Hello. Happy Wednesday, y'all. Happy Wednesday. I hope you can hear me and see me okay. It is Wednesday. For a second I actually questioned everything. Hello, welcome to the Wednesday crochet along. I'll keep waiting until more people join. How's everybody? How was your last week? I mean, I know it's only been a week, but it feels like such a long time ago. How's your last week? I hope it was well. How was your weekend? For Referrals, it was very, very busy, but great. Hello, Christina. How was the Fiber Festival? It was fantastic. Hello, Maggie. And I hope I'm saying this. Show Puff Creations. Hi. I'm not sure your name, but hello. And I hope I read the name of your handle / I believe business correctly. But hello. Oh, Steph, hello. So good to see you. Tracy, hello from Michigan. Oh, it's Shuan. Hello. Oh my gosh. Hi. Hi, new friend. I'm so happy you're here. But Steph, I recovered? I don't know if I will ever recover in the sense of what a great time it was. But then also, there's a lot and it keeps moving. But Steph, I hope you recovered. For those who may not know, Steph joined Furls / Crochet Foundry at the Fiber Festival in Edmonton called Gathering Threads. And she just pretty much joined our team, and it was as if she's been a part of our team for like ever. Steph works like on our magazine and stuff and helps like proofread and tech edit and things like that. But it was so nice to actually be with Steph this weekend. It was the first time we met, but it felt like I don't know, it felt like we'd been working together for a long time. But Shuwen, yes, it was so nice to meet you last weekend and join the Crochet Founder community. I'm so happy you joined. I remember, I feel like you mentioned you were like you were like, oh yeah, I crochet, but then it was Leanna from Crafty Bones that then showed us your work. And it was amazing. You're such a phenomenal crocheter. I'm glad you've joined. Darcy, hello. It's been a long time. I feel like I really haven't talked to y'all for a long time, but it was so last week I went live at a later time, and I went live during the like fashion show rehearsal, run through type of thing. But what y'all didn't know was that I couldn't see anyone online and I couldn't see any comments. And I thought I was talking to myself the whole time. So that's why, and then also we were having like the internet wasn't fantastic. And so it was very short, more shorter than we normally go for. But then also I couldn't do everything that we wanted to just because it was a lot busier than, things were just kind of going at their own schedule. So, but I'm happy I am back with y'all. It was a great time. Canada was lovely. Edmonton was lovely. There was a lot going on in Edmonton. But thankfully we all stayed safe because there was like fires going on like around in different counties. But it was so much fun. We met so many incredible people, like Shuan, you were one of them. And we just met so many other crocheters and makers and yarn dyers. And let me tell you this, it is dangerous when you put anyone from Furls next to a yarn booth because all we're doing is staring at the yarn. So, but it was so much fun, and a lot of people got to like kind of see Crochet Foundry for the first time, and it was really cool. And some people won free issues, and it was also kind of perfect timing because May came out on Friday. And look at this. I mean, again, lighting, not the best, but May officially came out on Friday, and it was so exciting to kind of just show people and show a completely different crowd who may not have heard of Crochet Foundry, like show them our magazine. And if you were a VIP, you would have gotten an annual subscription of the magazine. So it was a lot of fun. It was so much fun. But I'm going to keep reading the comments because I want to make sure I'm not missing anyone. Michaela, hello. So happy you're here. She says hello to the Yarny family in the chat. Kimberly, hello. Happy you're here. And I got 6 Furls hooks during the weekend. There's so many good deals. And I have 4 more on the way in more colors. That's so happy. I love that you love the hooks. It was actually a really great time, like, because we're online only, right? So it was like the first time for so many people that they could like kind of touch the hooks, pick them up. We had some yarn that you could kind of practice with. It was so fun. It was honestly a great experience. I hope we do more things like this. And we hope to meet more people. It was meeting the people that was honestly so fun for us. Not just like the other vendors that were, our neighbors and who were awesome, but just meeting so many people who like have the same passion as you. And Pam actually was like a keynote speaker on Saturday, I believe, and she talked about, community, and she actually brought up a few people, including myself, and I talked about the little community we have online, right? And it was really fun. I was literally saying how much I love y'all, but pretty much of like how much I love this live to just kind of, we're all passionate about crochet, right? And this is a Crochet Foundry, like crochet along. And that's what we do. We like go through these patterns, but we also just talk and connect and bond, even though we're not even meeting in person. So it was really fun to kind of even just share about y'all to, different people. And Michaela, I'm now catching up with the comments. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm moving slow today. I emailed support yesterday finally about the issue. Okay, Michaela, I actually may have responded to you already. I may have if I believe so. So anyway, Shu and I only started crocheting in November last year. So I will still say you may be a beginner in time, but you're quite talented and you're quite good. So I wouldn't consider you a beginner crocheter. You've just not been crocheting for that long, but you're very good. I would not downplay your skill because it was very impressive. But let's see. I'm looking at all the fun little comments. I love when y'all talk to each other. I have a furls problem. I have so many. I love them all. See, Miss Shuan, you joined the right place. We all love the hooks. We all love all the crocheting. Maddie Bell, hello. I'm sorry if I said your name incorrectly. That's just, I read it in Spanish because I have many friends and relatives with the name Maribel, so I'm very sorry. But Maribel is hooked. Hello, hearts. I love seeing all the hearts. Monique, happy you're here. No need to apologize for being late. I'm the one who's late reading all these comments. But I'm so happy you're here. It's been great. Like, it was, like I said, I'm very sorry that last week I couldn't actually see any of the comments. I thought it was just me. I thought it was crickets. And I was like, this is so strange. Like, we normally have some people watching, like never zero. But I thought maybe because of the different time. But turns out it was just the internet not working properly, which is fine. Because then later on, I feel like I saw all the comments. And Tracy, you can't see the comments. Let's see. I don't know if it's different for group. So I do know sometimes when I share comments and links, like people can't always see them. But normally if I put them on the screen, most people are able to see them. But if not, let me know and I'll see what I can do. Okay. Monique, I loved Canada. It was great. What's very interesting is we were in Edmonton and it actually reminded me a lot of, this is going to sound wild, but of like where I'm from in South Carolina, because there was a lot of like trucks, like pickup trucks. There was like a lot of boots and like, it was just kind of funny, but it was really nice. Like everybody was super sweet. And it was honestly like, it was fun to see similarities between the US and Canada and then still be like, no, that we definitely don't have this here. Went to Tim Hortons a lot. It was great. It was great fun. I mean, and then I was also with, Pam, and that was super fun. She's super fun. And then that's where I met Steph. So it was great. But yeah, I mean, like I said, great time. Loved the festival. It was a gathering of so many things that I enjoy, which is yarn, crocheting and knitting, and just so many nice people. And like I said, it was actually really great to introduce people to Crochet Foundry, and we met like a lot of designers. So I can't wait to see what like comes out of it, more so now in terms of our community and like maybe new designers there. I mean, there were some really talented people there. Let me tell you that. Really, really talented. But anyway, May released on Friday. And I mean, if you have not seen it, like the cover of it, like not just from my little iPad, you're missing out because it is just chef's kiss. And this is where it's dangerous. This is where it's like, I can't, what I mentioned on the community, conversation we had at the festival was I love this group because there's no pressure to finish something and there's no pressure to keep up every week. Those kinds of crochet alongs have their place, but at the same time, I wouldn't be able to do too many. I would only be able to maybe do one in halfway because I get lost. And this is where it's like, then I see new patterns that come out, like this gorgeous cardigan. Like, come on now. I want to make that, but I don't have time to make that right now. So I'm not going to dwell, but that is the Morning Glory cardigan. It is by Adinda from, I believe she's in Sweden. I believe you're in Sweden if you're watching this. If not, you don't have to. But it's made in Trubu, and the color it's actually the same color that I wish I grabbed it, but I started working in Trubu and I was like struggling, remember, and I had to like take it out and change hooks. But I can only imagine the drape for that cardigan being just incredible. But we have that lovely cardigan. That's like the first one in the issue. And just as a reminder, you can buy the issues separately if you wanted. You can also get them in seasonal bundles. So this would be a part of the spring bundle. And then you can also, like, if you wanted, you could get like the annual subscription, which will have 12 months of issues. And if you only want one pattern, you can just also buy a single issue, which is kind of great. The better deal technically is the monthly issue if you were thinking of like potentially just getting a single pattern versus the issue, because at least when it comes to the monthly issues, that's going to be $8, where a single pattern will be $6.99 if I'm not mistaken. So anyway, we have some people joining us. Let's see. Steph, Timmy's in a flat tire. We did get a flat tire, and thank you to Steph's husband for saving the day. We did get a flat tire. It was actually very unfortunate. Monique, the May issue is beautiful, right? I mean, I'm gonna keep going through these patterns, and like all the separate patterns so we can like see. But it is just. It also, I think the colors of them were so pretty. The Robina tank, Michaela, yes, the Robina tank is splendid. Kivia, hello, Kivia. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I'm glad you're tuning in today. Monique, yes. The True Boo is the purple, like that really pretty purple I was working on 2 weeks ago, which I worked on. So my swatch is good to go. And hopefully I can actually start on the sleeves, because I will tell you my other big mistake that I made later on of why I technically didn't finish what I wanted to finish, but it was actually way too hot in Canada, so I couldn't have worn it anyway. But anyway, let's see. I don't want to miss anything. I used so tons of cows that I used to do so many cows. I had a deadline. Then a year or so ago, I stopped. I realized I was crafting under pressure and not for fun. So this style of cow just floats around. Honestly, that's where it's like, Christina, I'm with you. I think there's so many good ones. And I think if you can keep up and do one or two or however many that you can handle and like still have fun, that's amazing. I just know personally I cannot. And that's why we are talking about potentially adding a second cow that is like more structured, where you do have to work on one thing. We're just trying to kind of format that out right now, so we don't have like a timeline of when we will add that. But I wanted to make sure that we added it and we didn't change this one, because I wanted to make sure this one was like still fun, relax, chill, and work at your own pace and work on your own project, because as long as it's Crochet Foundry, you're part of the Crochet Foundry crochet along. Naked Snail, I see you've joined. Oh, hello, there you are. I saw that you joined. I couldn't see where, but I saw everybody started saying, hey, Naked Snail. Let's see, Monique, the cover tank top is very nice. Also, Morning Glory cardigan. That's really honestly the colors. I love it. And then that cover photo, Pam took that picture at the Airbnb in Austin, and we were all, she was very proud of that picture, and she should be, but she was showing us all, and we were all like, game over. That's the cover. Oh, Kivia, when's the next furl sale? That's a good question. I'm actually not entirely sure. I don't plan the sales. That would be Pam, but I'm trying to think. For the net was if my memory is working correctly, I'm a little jet lagged, but we don't have anything in like the next week or so. So that's why I won't know all the details, but hopefully soon. Um, I'll close my ears as I cannot order more. No worries. We don't have a sale anytime soon, like in the next week or so. So Megan, so happy you're here. Welcome, welcome. Glad you made it. Monique, you're making the Sweet Blossom laptop sleeve and Hello Spring neck wrap. Well, you're trying. You're going to get there. I promise you that. If you do ever have questions, please feel free to email the designer directly, or sometimes like we can kind of check something out if they're not getting back to you right away, or if you just want to check with us first. We're always happy to help. The Sweet Blossom laptop sleeve, which was, I believe, from last month. So pretty. I love like the double lining in it, so you can have like fun colors. It's so great. I do love that one. I did see, I think there was an email about the updates. This is true. This is true. Megan, happy you're here again. I clicked on the wrong one. I wanted to put yours up, Megan. Let's see. Maggie, Mitch, I'm with you. Yeah, Michaela, we're all with you. I spend too much of yarn, so I cannot buy more hooks because that's funny. You work at a crochet hook company and you're still buying them. So there's that. Let's see. I can open my own frill shop with my inventory. You know, you're not alone, and that's okay. And we're here for you, and we understand. But anyway, I'll keep going on the beautiful May. So I showed you the Morning Glory cardigan. Again, I'll show it again because it's so pretty. And if you like a cardigan, this was a really nice, especially with the True Boot, it was very lightweight. So it kind of is perfect for that spring summer transition because it's, the stitches are large enough to where you do get like, it's nice and breezy. And then I think if you use something like a True Boot that is already so light, like it's just perfect because, it's a layer that you kind of still need from that spring to summer transition because sometimes it's still a little chilly, especially depends on where you are. But, and I feel like even for warmer weather, like something like a True Boot or something that's going to be like a cotton bamboo type of blend is going to work really well because it's a very breathable yarn. I don't know. I don't want to say Kobu and True Boot from Lion Brand are quite interchangeable, but I do want to say somewhat they are. So I'll move on to the next one. So this was fun. I keep saying so a lot. I think my brain is just very tired and I can't think of better wordage. Let's see this one. Let's tote bag. It's the lighting that really gets me every time. The Seed and Bloom tote bag by Carol. And it's Carol Hladick Designs. I hope I said that right. I do apologize if I mispronounced it. It was really fun to see all these different types of crochet bags at the festival. And it really felt like, okay, then our bag, like, our bag is like trendy, right? Like we joined the right trend because I wish you could see the texture, but you can kind of see the texture now that I hold it up a little closer. Obviously you see the really pretty flowers that you cannot see very well, but you can see that there's some like flowers to it. However, the texture on the bag is so fun. And it was so fun to see all these like bags because even in Edmonton that are slightly different, but crochet bags are just a fun accessory. Like I wear scarves when it's really, really cold, but then sometimes like I don't have a crocheted garment and I want to make more things that I actually use. And that's why I normally stick to garments. But this is just kind of a perfect option because it's cute and it's functional. And I like making things that I use. So I do think eventually I do want to make this bag because I love the texture. It's not boring, but it's not like overly like, you can obviously control it with the colors you use. I would probably still make it overly loud, even though I sound like it's not overly loud. The design itself is not, so I'll let the yarn do all the loudness. But it's so pretty and it's like, it's made in like squares, so it doesn't feel overwhelming. It doesn't feel overly complicated. It is a beginner friendly pattern, if I'm not mistaken. Let me look really quickly to make sure I'm not. Okay, she says intermediate. I misspoke. It is an intermediate pattern. However, when I look at the little details, it does feel like if you are a confident beginner, you could do it. But the texture on this bag really is just something else. Let me see if I can get this a little bit closer. I mean, you can see the texture in it, right? I love it. I love it. I'm all about it. I don't know why. Um, and yeah, True Boo is a great yarn for summer, Monique. I totally agree. Totally agree. I spelled that wrong. You're fine. I spell things wrong all the time. But it's a great, like, it's just so lightweight. I really like it. I want to work more with it. It's just very slippery. And that's why I've been using more of my wood hook with that one. But hopefully I should have my sleeves done soon on the project that I started 2 weeks ago. Hopefully. Let's see. True Boo and Kobu both are wonderful for summer. I do want to say they're interchangeable because I think they're the same yarn weight and texture. I've actually never worked with Kobu, so I'm not sure if it's as slippery as True Boo. However, I wouldn't be surprised. Be inspired. Happy you're here. Happy you're here. Thank you for joining. I always like seeing when people say hello. You don't have to say hello. I just very much enjoy it when you do. Let's see. Monique, you'd like to make the Robina tank. It looks like an easy-ish project. I see. Like, it was designed by Lorene, and if I'm not mistaken, Lorene was like, Pam and I were talking about just different designs. And pretty much Lorene is like kind of known for making not a simple design, but like an easier design that looks so good. So this could be, and also look at, I mean, it was hand-dyed yarn was used for this. Please, dog, don't start barking. Sorry. My dog started barking. But anyway. But yeah, so like a hand-dyed yarn was used for this. So sometimes I feel like when you have, like a beginner friendly pattern, you might think, oh, it's not going to look great, but that's not true. And I think that's something that I love about Crochet Foundry magazine is that people would come to the booth. So for example, at the Five Festival, people would come to the booth, we'd explain some things and they say, well, I'm starting to crochet. Are there any kind of easy patterns? And the best part about it was like, yes, there is. Like, there's actually so many easy patterns that they just look so good. Like, they look so good. And you wouldn't know that it's an easy pattern. And it's just, you're just using a couple stitches, you're arranging them differently. But it was so fun. Like, I think that's something that I like when something is easy. I don't need it to be overly complicated. I want to do something that's fun, easy on my brain, and just kind of keep working. But anyway, let's see. Oh, hello, Miss Karen. I'm happy you're here. Happy you're here. Welcome back from Gathering Grains Fiber Art Show. It was so much fun. Like I said, I appreciate all the, like, we met so many people and I just appreciate everything that everybody contributes something to, I feel like, our community. And it was so fun to like talk about y'all in our little community that we're like building every week, and that like signs on and we talk yarn, we talk hooks, we talk these patterns. But yeah, anyway, thank you, Karen, for saying hello. Happy you're here. Kivia, you want a Scorpio hook? That should be happening this year. If all things keep going to schedule, we will be getting well, hopefully, I hope. And it looks promising that we will be getting Zodiac done this year. We have several missing. Scorpio is on the list. So hopefully it's happening, and Kivia, you can grab a hook. That's fingers crossed. It should be. I can't. So far, so good. So hopefully it keeps going that way. I don't want to say that it won't, but you never know because things change quickly. But anyway, Darcy's still waiting for a Leo. That should also be happening. I've seen sneak peeks of the inspiration, so it'll be good. I want to say I feel like y'all will love it. I wish we could just have more. I mean, not that we can keep making more of these hooks, right? But then it's like, I wish we had more like the Zodiac one sometimes. I'm like, oh, I want other Taurus. I want other Virgos. I want not because I don't like them, but because I like them, I want to see what else is like possible to make, right? So Tracy, Leo is on the list. Maggie, Gemini is coming. I know that. Is that one the next? Now I'm thinking, is that one the next one? I can't remember. I think that one's the next one, if I'm not mistaken. I hope it is. And if so, I hope y'all love it. I know I do. That one might be a little bit of a surprise for y'all. I won't give too much away again. But anyway, I'm going back to these comments. I read all of your comments. I try not to miss any. If I ever do, please feel free to send again. Let's see. Crochet bags are the best. Even when it's too hot to wear anything that you've made, you can still always carry a bag. Love making them. Lion Brand 24/7 cotton's my fave bag. Fave for bag making because it hardly pills. That's great to hear. And I think that then makes sense because, again, if I'm not mistaken, we used Lion Brand. Yeah, we did. Lion Brand 24/7 for the Seed and Bloom tote bag by Carol Hladek Designs. That's exactly right. Like, I do feel like I have made some things in cotton, but not too many. And then I feel like sometimes I don't want to wear it. Like, sometimes you're right. It's too hot. I don't want to wear anything that I made because I don't want to get like dirty. I know that sounds funny, but making a bag, I think that will be that. I keep saying that's going to be my next project. I need to reprioritize my crochet Foundry makings and general crochet and knit things list because, you know, I wish I just got paid to make things. I get paid to make lives, which is actually really, really fun, and I will never complain about that because it's like the highlight of my week. But then I just want to be crocheting away all the time. I'm sure many of you can relate. Though I know some people actually wouldn't want to because it's true. Like if that's what you do for a living, sometimes it could take the fun out of it. Similar to what Christina was saying of maybe joining too many of those like structured crochet alongs that like sometimes the fun is removed. And the whole point of this is to like relax, enjoy, you know, take a minute and make something. So we still want to make sure we're having fun. Kara, next time in 2024, Vogue Knitting Live event, New York City. Hopefully. I mean, I know there's other things happening in New York City. I know one of them is crochet related. So hopefully we'll be in New York City. I'm not sure when, but I would love to. Handmade Designs. Hello. Happy you made it. Glad you're here. I'm happy to be back home, but I had such a great time in Canada. It was so fun. Megan, ooh, I'm a Leo. I told my husband that he's getting me the whole set of Leo. I hope you love it as much as I do. I've seen some sneak peek pictures from Pam, and Pam honestly is also fantastic at like grabbing the right colors to go with things, and I love it. Anyway, by next question, I mean next design. This one is by Reggie J. Hook Crochet, and I know she sometimes pops in on the lives every now and then. So, Reggie, can I just say, I love this sun hat. She did the greenhouse sun hat, and oh, she's slipping. Oh, I have to like, I really need the sun to go down sooner, but I don't want it to because due to the brightness and the colors, it doesn't do it justice, but pretty much it's a sun hat that has like a wire brim, so then the brim isn't just like, you know how sometimes like the sun hats are a little bit too, I'm sure it's like the brim of it is too heavy, so then it kind of droops or it loses its shape, whereas this one has like a little bit of like a wire to it that then keeps the shape of the sun hat, and it has like enough design and enough like fun like texture to it. I don't know, I'm always biased because I do have a partial say in what goes into the magazine. Like I'm one of the people who votes, so I could be a little biased. But then if it's in the magazine, you know we all love it. So I mean that just has to be a given because yeah. Anyway, I just saw one quick question. She went, hopefully yes. Hopefully we will be getting a Cancer hook as well. So fingers crossed for everyone that's wanting their sign. I know we're missing, let's see, obviously Cancer, Leo, Gemini. Did I miss one? I know I'm missing more. I don't know why all of a sudden I blanked. I'm looking for the other ones. Scorpio. I think, is that it? Someone can correct me. I don't mind. I don't mind. I don't have to be right all the time. But this one also made in Lion Brand 24/7 cotton. I enjoyed the light structure to it. And I enjoyed how do I explain it? I wish I could show this well, but it's not like there we go. I'm trying to, this is so difficult. I just need to start printing these so then maybe that will show better now that when the sun wasn't out, it was great because you could see everything pretty well. Um, but it has like this like square looking design on it, and it's kind of like a really fun way to incorporate color. And but then you could also flip it if you ever wanted to have a lot of color and make like a bright color majority of the hat with more, no, even more colors on that kind of decorative band on it. So, I mean, possibilities are always endless, but I love it. Then we have the bloom tank. This was fun. This was made by one of my new favorite designers, and I'm giving her a shout out mainly because Smitha, you are so lovely to work with. Everybody's very lovely to work with, but I just can't like get enough of your work. That's me being biased. I love everybody that we work with. So I actually, honestly, I had a conversation with Pam this week of like how much I enjoy working with the designers that we've been working with, because everyone is just so kind and like respectful, and we communicate, and we're just so thankful. This is the only reason Smith is really sticking out to me is because I actually have a lot of emails with her, and you're just so nice. So if you're watching this, Smitha, thank you so much. But her, as far as I know, Smitha, I don't think you have, I believe on Instagram, it's like, oh gosh. Oh, I need to look it up now. I can't remember, and I don't want to make it up. But Smitha, your designs, we have a couple more from you coming, I don't know. And y'all are gonna love them. So let me try to find, I'm still finding, let me see. Smitha Crosta, the crazy ant. I think also that's why I used to out, because I consider myself a crazy ant. But anyway, this is, like I said, bloom tank. Really, really pretty. Oh, there we go. Struggling. Like, such a fun layering piece, because so the model wore it with a very cropped like white t-shirt, which kind of reminds me like early 2000s, because we know fashion circles, right? It just comes back. But then you can also have it with like a fully like not like a cropped shirt underneath. You can have like a normal shirt underneath if you don't want just like that tank top vibe. I mean, so many ways to wear this, and it's so cute. And it's such a fun fit. And it like, I like things that have movement, right? Like I like that. Maybe that's just one. This is why I brought up, like, I was like, can we do this one? But the movement to it is just so nice. And I believe, let's see what yarn. Trubu again. Clearly we all love Trubu. Such perfect drape and movement. And this tank top is like just more proof. Has a very pretty like flower design to it, and it does have a couple what's it called, it does have a couple charts for you in case you need. This is what I like too. Some people work better with charts, some people work better with like just the written pattern. Crochet Foundry, whenever we can, we add a little chart to it just to better help explain how these things are made. But yeah, so very, very lovely. Oh, this is one of my favorite pictures, because please brightness be my friend. You can see the morning glory and the tank top as well, the bloom tank top. And am I mistaken in thinking that's my last one? It is. So this May has a total of, let me double check, 5 patterns. Yes, 5 patterns. It is just full of so many nice spring things that are nice to transition into summer. And obviously you can wear and make these whenever you want. But I felt like this one felt very spring. I believe the colors help, and then just the different designs. But it was so fun to get this ready, and I was very excited. I don't know why I really like the hat. That hat really, J-Hook Crochet, Reggie, we love that hat. Just saying. But I will give away a May issue, because why not? We like to give things away. And I will probably just grab somebody from the comments. So if you've commented already, you're eligible. I'm going to keep looking through the comments to make sure I didn't miss anybody's hellos or any questions. So if you haven't commented and you want to win May, feel free to just send a quick hi. Just want to make sure everybody has the chance to potentially win May's issue of Crochet Foundry. Let's see. Scorpio hook would be great. Yes, that would be. Let's see, Maggie Lou. Oh, don't say that. My wallet will cry. All of our wallets do cry, I feel like, but it's fine. At least we get to make pretty things with it too, right? Like that's kind of the best part about it. I'm June 24 and I'm Cancer, might be end of June, beginning of July. So I do, yes, I do think you're correct. So I think Gemini is right after and then Cancer, if I'm not mistaken. I hope you'll like it. I hope it, we have had people, and this is totally okay. We have had people that don't like their month because maybe they don't like purple or they don't like blue or something like that. Like for what has blue? No, I think it was mainly, yeah, I don't know why I said blue. I'm like, well, I guess Pisces is blue and Aquarius. Then now they're coming all back to me, but that's okay if you don't like your sign. I hope you like your sign. I like my sign, but I like all the signs. I'm not going to lie to you. But again, I like everything. I love all colors. I love black. I like white. I like brown, like everything. Let's see, Darcy, I've stayed away from making bags because I find they stretch too much if I put something aside. Oh, that's very interesting. I guess if I'm thinking cotton definitely does have a stretch, like even with clothes, it does have a stretch to it, like lengthwise mainly. But yeah, that's a great insight. I wonder if there's ways to combat that. And if any of y'all know how to kind of combat that stretch, please feel free to share. I definitely don't know. But thank you for sharing, Darcy. I think that's very great insight, to be honest. And let's see, Kivia, I want to see a Cruella Odyssey hook as well. Interesting. So you're like the Odyssey hook within like that Cruella stripe. That's an interesting idea. That's a very interesting idea. I'll share that with the team. I'm sure they would also say, that's an interesting idea, because I know we've talked about eventually, not anytime soon, but eventually getting like the kind of, especially like the wood handle on the hooks and then having like the metal tip like the Odyssey. So it could happen, Kivia. You never know. But that's a great idea. Thank you for sharing. Let's see. I don't want to miss any. How can you preview the patterns in Crochet Foundry issues? That's a great question. So we do have them set up on Ravelry, so you can look at, the amount of yarn necessary, the hook necessary, and just the different details of the actual design and like the yarn we use and things like that. So that's a great question, Monica. Also, hello. I don't know if I said hello to you earlier. Maybe I did, but that's a great question. So Ravelry, if you know the specific pattern, you can actually just look it up and it'll pop up to purchase it. You'll then, be directed to crochetfoundry.com. However, through Ravelry, you'll be able to see all those details. Also, normally with the, if you ever just wanted to see pictures on the monthly issue, you can see the picture. We normally put like each individual picture so you can see fully what it is. But Ravelry will be your best bet of getting that information of like, do I have the right hook, the right yarn? How much yarn do I need? Gauge, things like that. And I do try to include, or not just we try to include as much information with the gauge. So if it's going to be 12 rows and 20 stitches, I'm just making something up, of half double crochet alternating with a single crochet, we try to add all that information, like all the information that we can. So then that way, if you do have something like a yarn and you have a hook and you want to see if that works, that works. So Monica, that's a great question. Actually, I'm surprised we have not talked about that before. A Cruella Odyssey would be awesome, right? Libra. I was missing Libra in my list of things. Thank you. Furls Fiber Arts. Victoria, is this Pam? Pam, is this you? I don't know who this is, but hello, work. Michelle, hello from Ohio. Happy you're here. Sunita, will Leo be coming out soon? Leo hopefully is coming out this year. Again, life changes so quickly, and we learn that quickly at Furls. But no, hopefully everything seems to be going according to schedule. So let's fingers crossed. Yep, be inspired. Hopefully, a little Librans. We have a hook coming for you. Hopefully, if all things goes to schedule. I keep saying hopefully because I don't want anybody to be like, but you said it was coming out on this day. I didn't say anything. Now, maybe Pam will say something in another live, but it wasn't me. So if someone's going to get yelled at, it's going to be Pam. Just kidding. Nobody gets yelled at. Howdy all and host. Moonrose Craft. Hello, Moonrose Craft. I like your little panda in your picture. It's kind of cute. Let's see. Oh, this is a great picture. Shuan wants to know, Canadians here, where do y'all find Lion Brand yarns? I've heard bad things. Read the Lion Brand website, always being out of stock in certain colors. And of course, then there's the shipping costs. That's a great question. Canadians, if you're out there, please feel free. And if you don't discuss it here, you can always discuss it on any of like the crochet groups or the comments and just tag each other. I want to make sure you guys get the information you need. But that's a great question. So if anybody knows the answers of like where to find Lion Brand, please feel free to share. Let's see. Hello, I almost said Smith. Kita Simon from Antigua. So fun. Let's see. Furls, the crazy ant, no spaces. Yes. I'm clearly very behind. I'm 10 minutes behind, but here I am. I just talk so much, but I wanted to go through the patterns because May is honestly, like I said, the pictures in May are really just all the lighting. It makes you feel like spring. Pam, you did a great job. Honestly, fantastic job with the pictures. I mean, I feel like it's spring. And I was talking to somebody at the festival about how clearly so many of us are wanting that spring because we're wearing spring colors and wanting bright things and da-da-da. I say this as it's pouring with rain outside and gray. But that's the UK for you. It doesn't, I mean, in London it doesn't rain a lot, but it is gray a lot, but it actually is pouring right now. Let's see. Shuwen, Steph did have some good answers about Michaels and Lion Brand. So I hope y'all can connect and find your yarn, because as being in the UK, sometimes like I can get my hands on Lion Brand, and I think they do have like a UK warehouse. So the timing isn't long, but it's still sometimes you don't have everything that you have in the US. So I'm with you there. Let's see. Karen, I really enjoyed the clutch with the crochet lace I saw on Instagram this past weekend. Oh, the clutch with the crochet. I'm trying to think which one that was. And that might have been Crafty Bones. I know she did a clutch that had some crochet lace on it. A lot of good things are coming out, y'all. Let me just tell you this. And we have some even more exciting designs coming later this year. We do have, I don't know if this has been announced. I think we have a new creative director, Heather, and she's also going to be, choosing designs and things like that. And it's very exciting. Crystal is still with us. I just want to make sure everybody knows she's just working more on the furl side. But Heather also has some amazing, this is what I love about creativity and community. We talked about this at Gathering Threads, but everybody has such a different, unique perspective. And the way someone can think of something that nobody else did, that's what I love. That's what I love about this group, when we share tips and tricks, and we share even something as simple as, where can I get Lion Brand yarn, different places in Canada, because I don't have all the answers, right? And granted, that's not like creativity, but that's like an aspect of it. Like, we all together, I have a saying where it's like, together we can do this together, but that's honestly kind of how it is. So really excited to have Heather on board. She was super sweet and really funny, and likes heavy metal music, which I think is so fun. And then she's also like a crocheter, makes really cool stuff. And she's showing us different ideas for Crochet Foundry and different designs that have been submitted, and even just her mood boards are so good. So very excited for what's to come for Crochet Foundry. I love this community. I love this magazine, and I can't wait to keep making fun things and presenting them to y'all. I know we're hoping, fingers crossed. I know we're hoping to try to work with more more hand-dyed yarns, which is super fun, because then we're not only just working with independent designers, we're now also working with, indie yarn dyers, which is so fun. And we love to support our community as much as we can. And so if y'all ever have I know this really amazing yarn dyer, feel free to share. We met some incredible yarn dyers in Canada, and I hope we can work with them too, because to see some of these designs in hand-dyed yarn, oh, don't even get me started. I'm a sucker for anything pretty. So, oh goodness. Let's see. Tracy has a question. Has Furls considered making Tunisian hooks, or is that question's not inappropriate? Thank you for asking. We actually did, we do. I say did because right now we're out of stock of them. And during this time, this interim, we're hoping to kind of do a little redesigning. But yeah, that's in our past and it's in our future. So Tracy, great question. Let's see. I don't want to linger too much. I'm going to soon start scrolling on the different comments so then to see who won May. Let's see, treated myself for my birthday and just ordered the yearly subscription. Looking forward to making the morning glory. Sanita, I hope you enjoy it. You will be getting, because you got the annual subscription through Crochet Foundry, you are getting this lovely, lovely lilac hook, which if you purchase the annual subscription online, you will get the hook and the tote. I don't have the tote, but I mean, the tote is actually, I don't say the tote is actually very nice, very spacious because it's not like a flat tote. It like has like nice structure to it and it's like wide and you can like stuff it. But then you do get this lovely lilac hook as I hold it and I block everything. Yeah, it just has like, it's like a LaCroix flavored hook where it has the color, but it's just like ever so slightly, just so soft. Ugh, it's gorgeous. And that's in a size 5. We are hoping to get more sizes. I am hoping it happens because I want them. And I will purchase subscriptions for them. Anyway, I already have it, just skipped me. Michaela, I'm not quite sure what you're saying here, but maybe I missed it and I apologize. Let's see. Could I get your James? So I might ask you questions sometimes about local. Steph, I hope you saw Shuwen's comment just in case. I'm just connecting y'all because that's what I love doing. I got my first furls. I got my first furls hook today and I love it. Knitting Potato, your little icon is so cute. Oh my gosh. And I hope you keep loving your hook. Like I said, best part about like being at the festival is people were able to get their hands on the hook. So there was several who had never even heard of us. And they were like, oh, wow, this is so interesting. And then they would hold the hook and they were like, this feels so different. And I think sometimes that can scare people. So we're like, why don't you try to crochet a little bit? And, you know, getting your hands on the hook is so different from like just seeing a pretty hook, right? So we hope you keep loving your hook, Knitting Potato. I love that name too. It's so fun. And it's just cracking me up. Oh, goodness. Taurus is purple, my favorite color. Sanita, I have to agree. I love Taurus. I'm actually wanting to make a summer hat for my niece, and that one looks perfect. This could be perfect. Or let me get the full name for it just so I don't misguide you. It is the Greenhouse Sun Hat. Like I said, just a little bit of that, like, I mean, you can make it as colorful as you want, but if you wanted just a little color, it's so great. And then she did incorporate that like little accent color around the brim. Again, I'm a sucker for all of our patterns. This is where it's like, I'm never going to be able to finish everything because there's so many things I want to make. Let's see. I'm looking, a Wood Odyssey would be interesting. A Wood Odyssey would be very interesting. I like the ideas. I've also made a raffia bag and it doesn't stretch. Interesting. Like, okay, keep your frills hooks away though. Yeah, we need to be, it's not careful. We just need to be conscious of different materials we use. Like there's some hooks that I very, very rarely do I not use a furls hook. But then, for example, and this is like not even furls. If you have a wood hook and you have there's like, how you can like technically like crochet wire, and there's these yarns that are more like these scrubby yarn and like things like that. It can always damage the hook. I've used non-furls hooks and then my hook got damaged because I was using like more of a wire texture. So just be conscious of like the materials you're using. I think that's also why I crochet with different hooks depending on the different furls hooks, depending on the yarn, because everything will work differently together. So let's see, to combat the stretch on bags, making interesting. Let's see. This is great information from y'all. Combat the stretch on bags by 1, making a much shorter strap than you would normally want. Line the bag or use zippered pouches inside. 3, don't carry the kitchen sink with you. That's also just good for your posture and your overall body health, physical health. Let's see, we want people wanting metal streamline hooks. Oh, yes, we want those too. I hope you don't think we don't want those and that's why we don't restock them. But trust you me when I say I want them, but we want them for y'all. So hopefully, I don't have a timeline. I'll just say that now. It's not like we have them in the warehouse and just sitting there for fun. No, I wish we did. And I want to get that out for y'all. We want to. And this is the naked snail, a great idea. Estate sales, thrift shops, I find beautiful. Actually, I say this, we went to Dollarama in Canada and I found Lion Brand Go Faux Fur. Pam will tell you how ridiculous I was that I was buying yarn. Like I got so excited at the sight of this yarn at Dollarama. Karen, happy to see you here. I don't know if I missed your hello, but hello, happy you're here. Furls Fiber, it is Pam. Pam, hello. I don't know if you're still watching, you're still hearing me babble. Next message, or not next message, next comment. But yes, I do talk a lot, Pam. Happy you're here. I'm happy you let me do what I do. Thank you. Oh gosh. And Karen, happy you made it. Okay, so that you did just sign on. Thank you for coming, Karen. I hope all your appointments are going well. I know you had problems with your shoulder. I hope you're able to crochet soon, if not already. We are all wishing you a speedy recovery. Are you bringing back, be inspired, are you bringing back rose gold and or gold hook heads? At this time, we are not. Should that change, we'll make sure to let y'all know. But at this time, we're not like making those again. We discontinued those. I want to say 2021. I could be wrong, but I can't quite remember. Yeah, I can't remember. Let's see. As a Canadian, you can get Lion Brand at Michael's and yes, at Michael's. So, okay, great. I did see a Michael's and I was like, oh, how exciting. I'm glad there was a Michael's there. I love Michael's. I wish there was Michael's in the UK. Let's see. I'm in Red Deer, so there's just the one. Interesting. There's just one of the, okay. I'm catching up on all the comments, y'all. I talked so much, but let's see. Yarn Canada website. I hope it was okay. Yeah, you can post. No worries. Oh, well, that's fun. Anyway, I'm finishing up the comments. Michaela, you're asking about knitting needles. Hopefully that's in our future. Is it in our future? So we've actually have had knitting needles and we discontinued them as well. And they could be in our future. How soon? I don't know. So don't get your hopes up for anything in the next couple of months because as far as I know, that's not happening. But we could have knitting needles in the future sooner rather than later. But I don't know other specifics than that. Pam, if you're watching and I gave something away, I'm very sorry. But I think that's been mentioned. I sometimes have a hard time remembering what has been talked about and what has not been talked about. Anyway, I digress. I like the fact that you greet each and every one of your lives, other hosts acknowledge persons that they know. So this is the thing, like, that's where I love when y'all interact with each other. Like, I love when y'all say hello. Like, for me, this really, I'm sure it's not the most amazing, incredible, entertaining live you've ever seen. But for me, it's because I try to make it as personal and, like, real as possible, you know? Like, I love talking with y'all. I enjoy, like, I even mentioned some of you by name when I was talking, you know, with Pam at the Gathering Threads for the keynote speech. And it's like, for me, this is the community. I don't have a lot of friends that knit and crochet. I have friends back home who do a lot of cross stitch and embroidery. However, I don't actually have a lot of friends like in real life who do crochet. And so it's kind of fun. I very much enjoy these genuinely because we can chit chat about all the yarn and we can chit chat about the best way, you know, to help a bag with the stretching, you know? So it's kind of, I love saying hello to all of you. And then you all say hello to each other. And that's what I find. I like that. Not only I enjoy this, but you all enjoy this as well. Even though it gets so long sometimes, and I apologize for the length, but I think some of you enjoy the length, so I'm not the only one. Oh, goodness. Let's see, I had amazing customer service at Crochet Foundry as well, great magazine, and I'd love to get all my hooks in that color. I'm glad we could help you. I think it was me, Monique, who helped you, and I'm glad I could help you. It's always fun to, like, talk to people on like email and then kind of on the live, it's kind of funny because we're a small team. So if you ever get an email from Victoria, it was me. There was no other Victoria at this company. So unless somebody took my email address, but I don't think that's possible. Anyway, and let's see, Kiwi, I know that Dollar Tree and Dollar General have knitting needles and crochet hooks. They do have, I mean, thankfully there's a lot of options for people to use. So hopefully everybody can get their hands on what works for them best. But yeah, let's see, the mango hook tray. We love the mango hook tray. I love this one. I have my mango hook tray here. I love this little sucker. I mean, look at that. Obviously, if I tip it over, but it's rolling. Anyway, I'm gonna stop with the noise now, and I'm finishing this. I'm on here for too long. I have work to do. I just wanted to say I enjoy every Wednesday. Y'all are like the highlight. I'm so sorry that last week was like a lot shorter, but I'm glad you could see. I couldn't see any of you. I literally could not see any of you and could not see if anybody was on. It was a bummer. But I was happy that you could see me, even though I could not see you. If I've missed any of your questions, please feel free to either email me or send in a comment and I'll get to it later. I do apologize. There was so much to catch you up on because of the festival. And I just wanted to make sure we walked through May and that we walked through the festival a little bit and how it was. And it was great. Like I said, I hope we do these more because it was so, y'all, my last tidbit before I choose a winner for May is that we're standing there, Steph, Pam, and I, and then people would come up and say, we got to the festival just in time because we got your email that you were here. And it was so cool to like, someone be like, and then they would be like, I got the email from Pam from Furls. And then I would literally point to Pam from Furls. I was like, well, this is Pam from Furls. So it was so fun to meet y'all. I hope we keep doing these festivals and in-person events because we get to meet y'all, which y'all are the reason we do this. But anyway, I'm going to scrolly. I'm thankfully I have my mouse that I can easily scroll. So if you've commented, you're in the win. And watch me click on Pam from Furls or Diane, who I think I saw your name just now, Diane. I'm glad. Okay. Let's see. Who's going to win May? Shuwen, I know you already have the annual subscription. So if you want me to donate if you win and you can let me know what you want to do. I'm just putting that out now before I have to say it again. Let's see. Crystal. Oh, Crystal. Not Crystal. What am I saying? Christina, you have won May. If you already have May, let me know what you would like to do. You can donate May. But congratulations on winning May issue of Crochet Foundry. Send me an email. Send me an email at support@crochetfoundry.com. I'm typing it in now. And support@crochetfoundry.com. It's been sent. I hope you see the comment. And let me know if you would like to. Let's see. Let's see. There we go. Congratulations. Everybody's saying congrats. Just send me an email. If you want to donate to somebody else, we can always donate to somebody else. Or if you have somebody else you'd like to send it to, you're more than welcome to do that. I don't remember if you have the annual subscription or not. So that's why I don't want to say like, this or that. But anyway, Monique, I'm so happy you can finally see the comments. It has taken us too long to get here. Maybe it was because before it was through Facebook. I don't know. But anyway, join us next week for another long chit chat. I'm just kidding. It doesn't have to be that long. But I'm curious. I will explain my disaster. I'll explain it more next week because we've already been chit-chatting for an hour, y'all. I can't believe you've stuck around for this long. But I'll explain to you what I did. I started working really quickly. I started working on the Woodland Sunrise hooded crop sweater made by Joanna Fowler. And I was almost done, but I didn't finish it. So I was like, I'm going to finish it for Canada. I'm going to finish it. I'm going to wear it at the festival. It was way too hot. So I probably would not have worn it. I work on it for hours, y'all. And I had done the wrong thing. I have done the wrong thing. and I have to frog. I have to frog all of it. Not the whole sweater, but I pretty much had done 2 back panels. It's not even a panel. It's like anyway, but I done pretty much double of what I needed, so I need to undo half of it. But anyway, I will show you next week what I did. I'll just tell you about it now. And let's see, Christina, I just logged into my account and I shouldn't have made, but I do. So I will follow up with an email. Maybe it's a glitch, but I would love to donate it to someone else. Christina, you just let me know. Send me an email, and then maybe we can give away another issue next week instead. I'm more than happy to work it out with you via email. I'm not going to keep everybody waiting. Lisa, you're in a little late, but we're happy you said hello. Excuse my dog and their little noises. But anyway, I love Wednesdays. I say it all the time. Y'all are the best. I can't wait to see you next week. And I'll bring my mistakes, my crochet mistakes that we all make, I'm sure. I hope so. But anyway, y'all have a good rest of your day.